welcome back to the kitchen. Today we're going to be making a really easy dessert. It is a chocolate peanut butter vanilla ice cream shake. Okay, so we're going to be starting off with our vanilla ice cream. Normally when you make a smoothie, you should always start with your liquid ingredients first. And the ice cream is the closest thing that we have to a liquid. So we're going to start with that. Alright, we'll start with that. Let that sit for a minute. And then just a few words about the ingredients. I'm also going to be using some cocoa powder. And I'm also going to be using peanut butter. And this is just my preference, but when I buy peanut butter, I always like to look at the label. This one just has peanuts and salt. I don't buy the kind that has sugar added because, well, I mean, why? Why do you need sugar in peanut butter? You don't. And it's just healthier that way. And then for the ice cream, I just always look for whatever I can find that has the simplest ingredients. Not a bunch of weird ingredients. So when you buy the peanut butter that's like this, it's the natural. So what that means is it doesn't have any hydrogenated oils in it. If you don't know what hydrogenated oils are, basically what that means is oil, normally at room temperature, it's a liquid, right? So what they do sometimes is they hydrogenate the oil in order to make it be a solid at room temperature. So it'll stay nicer looking on the shelf for longer at the store. So this is not hydrogenated. That means that this oil is still just going to be liquid at room temperature in its natural form, which means that you have to stir this peanut butter before you eat it. On why would I bother learning about hydrogenated and not hydrogenated oils? Well, it's because when they hydrogenate the oils, that is what creates trans fats. And you've probably heard a lot about how you're supposed to avoid trans fats. So that's why I always go for the natural peanut butter. And it's just a little extra work to stir it up when you buy it. So I'm going to stir this now. Usually what I would do is when I first buy this at the store, I would turn it upside down and just let it sit on the counter or in the cupboard upside down for at least a day or two. What that does is it causes the oil to go to the bottom and the solid peanut butter to go to the top while it's upside down, and that makes it a lot easier to stir up. But since I just bought this peanut butter today, it's just going to be a little extra work. Let me get a knife. Okay, I'm gonna be stirring that more later after I turn it upside down for a while longer. But it's good for now. And after I get it totally stirred up, I'm gonna store it in the refrigerator, which will stop the oils from separating again. So once I stir it the first time, I never have to stir it again. All right. It's kind of liquidy still right now, just because I didn't get it stirred all the way. It's pretty hard to stir it unless you let it sit upside down for a while first. Yeah, it's really sticky. Right. And last, I'm going to add the cocoa powder. Okay, now this is actually a pretty neat little blender. Let me move this so you can see. This is the library's blender. So what you do is the blades actually screw onto these little cups, and it comes with a whole bunch of these little cups. So you're actually supposed to make individual serving size shakes with this. Actually, in this case, it didn't really matter which ingredient we put in first because it goes upside down anyway. Oh well. Okay, so then you would just push this into the base and it immediately starts blending once you turn it. So you have to twist it or something to get the hang of this. Darn it, what am I doing wrong here? Okay. Well, I'm thinking that thing that I said about the liquid, I do not have enough liquid in here right now because it's too sticky. So I'm going to add a little bit of water. Just a little bit of cold water I just added. That should do the trick. Let's poke around in here with the spoon and see. Oh, well, yeah, it pretty much looks like a milkshake. I think I should have put in a little bit more. And it's still sort of getting stuck on the bottom, so it's still a little bit thick. Okay, oopsies. No place to put this spoon. Okay, let's get a little bit more ice cream in. Okay. And a little bit more water. I mean, probably if you have this same problem of it being too thick, you might want to add milk instead. It might be a little bit better than water, but I don't have any milk on hand right now. Let's give this another try. Okay, that's pretty good. That's like a milkshake. Now it's a bit less frozen than what I would like, so I might go ahead and add just a bit more of the ice cream just to get it a little thicker again. Before it was too thick and now it's not thick enough, so you just kind of have to play around with it. think that's pretty good. All right, I'm gonna go downstairs and share this with a library staff member. Don't fall over, camera. All right, I'm gonna go downstairs and share this with a library staff member, and then I will come back and make a second one if someone else wants more. Okay, so we're gonna make one more for 2 more people to split between 2 more people. I think this is gonna go a lot faster now that I'm more used to the blender and to the recipe. All right. Although actually this isn't really a recipe, I'm just making this up. So, hence why it takes a little bit to get used to it. Alright, so last time I didn't put in quite enough of the ice cream, so I'm going to put in ice cream and then peanut butter and then cocoa, and then more ice cream on top. Come on. This is really sticky peanut butter. Come on. Okay. Just tap in a little bit of the cocoa and more ice cream. Come on. Oopsies. Whew, okay, that is starting to look a bit messy. Let's try and clean the rim of this a bit and carefully with the blades, so that it will screw on to the cup a little better. All right. Sorry, trees. We just tend to use paper towels here at the library instead of rags like at my house. Okay. Okay, it seems to be getting slightly overwhelmed, probably because I put in more ingredients at once. So, whew, I'm just gonna stir it a little bit. Oh yeah, that's thicker. Why is it thicker? Oh, I didn't add any water this time, that's why. Okay, maybe I'll add a tiny bit of water. So actually, if you have this kind of blender, you should probably put the liquid in last so that it ends up at the bottom when you flip it. It's turning out a lot thicker than the other batch, which can be a good thing if it would only blend a little more evenly. This is a mess. I'm not exactly a fan of this kind of blender because it makes it more difficult to open it up and check on it in the middle of your blending process. just scraping it off the bottom now so we don't waste what's on this thing. Alrighty. Well, I think we're done here. Okay, thanks for joining us in the kitchen, and come back next week to join us and make more different kinds of food. If you have any ideas on what we should make next, you can leave us a comment. Thanks. Have a good week.